Hello, everybody. This is Skunkle, otherwise known as Skunk Uncle, and we are back for Rants and Roguelikes here at Enter the Gungeon once again. Now, the reason I'm doing this, a little different this time, I'm doing a voiceover instead of recording right along with it, just to see if A, I do a little better in the game, and B, if I can get my points across without a million uhs in there. Waboom, we enter the gungeon. Now you'll get to see, I think I am a little better without having to talk and shoot at the same time. But I've also just gotten better at the game. The first episode of Rants and Roguelikes was maybe the third run I'd ever done, fourth. This is now, it is jumped up the list of games I've played the most on my Switch. Like, it's not near the top. Number one is Stardew Valley. I believe right after that is it's got to be Fire Emblem Three Houses, which if you haven't seen, I've been putting out some Fire Emblem videos. I hope people are liking those. They're maybe my favorite to make, just because I get to do so much fun stuff with the edits. But I'm also, of course, really loving the gungeon, running through it. And you can see I'm just cleaning house right now. As we go, though, I have to get ready for my rant here. And it's a concept I want to see if you agree with or not, but my rant's basically just, I feel like in the modern day, we're not giving enough respect to entertainment. And I'll explain what I mean by that. I just got done watching the dead meat kill count for The Mummy. Now, if you've never seen a kill count, it's a YouTube channel, really good one. Really, one of the ones I watch every time they upload. But they go over horror movies, and in the case of The Mummy, something a little bit different than not horror, but close enough for government work. And he's the host, James A. Janice, on there said, and I agree with, they don't make movies like The Mummy anymore. One of the best adventure movies of all time, and it's such pure entertainment and joy. And just, you just get lost in how fun it is. And I love a good serious movie. I love a good thoughtful movie. Something about, the world as it is today, or something that has a little bit more just complexity to it. My favorite movie of all time is Pan's Labyrinth, if you've ever seen. But then there's, just great, thoughtful movies out there. Great, really devastating and emotional shows like The Last of Us, which I thought was great, or Game of Thrones, or anything like that. I think they're great, but I think we're losing the entertaining. This is the first time I've ever got this gun, and it is awesome. Sadly, I do not realize until the very end how best to use it, because when you reload, you can actually knock back the bullets that have been shot at you. I don't figure that out until it's a little bit late in the game for it, but as I was saying about entertaining movies, though, I feel like we don't get them as much anymore because people downplay their importance, I guess. They act like, a real thoughtful movie is way more important, and it's nice to have those. I love to have those, but entertainment, man, it's just, especially when there's so much stress and anxiety in the world right now, having that little decompression is so, I think, important. To share a little bit of a personal story, not to go too far into it, but all of a sudden, a few years ago, for the first time at almost 40, for the very first time, I started having panic attacks. Never had them before in my life, and it was atrocious. Like, it was like a year of just really stressful, hard times for me. And I had some great people around me. I had Nanagoat, who was always there for me anytime. Oh, wait, I'll bring this back up after we take on, oh, it's just the twins. Who really cares about these guys? Look at this gun. Just wrecking them. I'm always getting too close. But right there, I used the reload the way I'm supposed to. You think you can win Shades? No, not at all. Run in, grab these. I also get this rockin' guitar, which is my downfall, believe me, because I did not know how to use it. I tried out right there. Oh, goody. Just projectiles all over the screen. We'll see how that goes. But as I was saying, I went through a year of just anxiety to the max. Even looking at this now, I'm just like, where am I in this sea of different things? And it gets worse because I don't realize at this point, but whenever you reload, you spawn an amp, and that amp will start shooting bullets as well. So I completely lose where I am like 2 or 3 times. Also, this stupid thing, I never could get the timing right to roll out of the way, and it scarfs me every time I see it. But anxiety, horrible anxiety, panic attacks, just a miserable time I was having. And I had, like I say, Nanagoat, who was always there for me, Depura, but at the time she was, still too young to be, having to, I didn't put it on her to have to help me with my anxiety. I also had a great boss, one of the best bosses, if not the best boss I ever had, named Mandy. She was superb, so helpful, so thoughtful. She had her own ways of dealing with it that she taught me. It was great. But I'd still have to go home at the end of the night and just deal with this, anxiety, this stress. Not only from the panic attacks, but then like trying to get medicated and insurance stuff and just horrible stuff. And the thing that helped me the most when I was trying to deal with that at night was being able to turn on this YouTube channel called Up, Up, Down, Down, where a group of wrestlers, pro wrestlers, played Uno. Sometimes in person, most of the time they played the video game version of Uno. And it was just such a relief. It was so entertaining. It was so... It took my mind off of all these horrible problems I was having. And even now, looking back at it, now that I am a lot better, I got a lot of stress relief. This is the first time I actually get the Gunslinger King and his challenge to use that stupid nail gun. My second least favorite gun. My least favorite is that gun that just shoots the word bullet. I hate that thing. But we go into this room with a mission to make the Gunslinger King proud and make his manservant talk to us. We are important. I don't know how I dodged. Look at that. How'd I get out of there? I'm impressed with myself. If no one else is, I am. Dang it. Sing my own praises. I can't sing a lick. But still, I got out of there somehow. Very pleased with that. This I can put online with my head held high. But I'm doing better now. But just looking back at how much of a comfort that channel and watching just I think I couldn't tell you how many episodes of the Uno, but I'd watch them back to back, and it just was such a relief for me. And that's what entertainment's supposed to be. And I just feel like it's not taken seriously enough anymore. Like now you either get, you know, like I say, a lot of meaningful movies and TV, but when they're not doing that, we need those, and I really enjoy those, but when we're not using those, the entertainment they give us now, and I have air quotes on that, is such AI slop. Like, they just put no effort into it. Look at The Mummy. As I said, look at The Mummy and how great it is. Everything in it. How much care they put into making it. I do recommend you watch that Dead Meat on The Mummy, because hearing the backstage stories of how much like Brendan Fraser actually did and the cost he paid for it. I think it said a artificial knee or knee replacement and spinal surgeries. It's crazy. But it ends up being what I think is a timeless movie. You could say the CGI doesn't age great, but it's not horrible. It's definitely watchable, and all the acting, all the set pieces, the pace, so great. And I think we do get some of those entertaining, with some care to them, movies still here and there, but so much of it is just slop thrown onto streaming services to pad how much they have, pad their content. And we deserve better. It helps us all, I think, to have that entertainment out there in the world for the release of it and the just chance to not have to think about how everything is nowadays. Just for a little bit, you know? Because I know some people say, it's too important, everything, to take your mind off it. But I think the more you obsess on it, the more you lose track. If you don't take that little bit of time to just deconnect. I do love this teapot, by the way. The reload on it sets any enemies in your vicinity on fire, and I really should have used it more in this run, but it is a great weapon in this game. But yeah, that's what I just want to see, more things that are entertaining adventure romps that aren't garbage, you know? It seems like we get too much garbage, and the only thing that movie studios and these streaming studios care about anymore is the prestige pictures or AI slop, or just churning out, not well thought out movies where the pace is wrong and there's just a ton of bad CGI, which makes no sense. Why is CGI getting worse, it seems like? Seems like it should be next level, but nope. All right. Here we go. I mistakenly called her Medusi, thinking it was Medusa and Uzi. It's actually the Gorgon. But, oh yeah, we've got that super good gun. I'm usually better at it, but I'm so focused on trying to get the reload reflection that I actually run into bullets more than I would if I'd not been paying attention to it at all. See, right here, I could have done so much better. And I got stone turned. I almost said something else. This is a PG channel. But there I got her, and this is the first time I got this little gun. and it seems to pack a wallop. I like it. But that's my rant, just the importance of entertainment and how it needs to be taken a little bit more seriously by movie studios. We need to get a little bit better. What's the last really entertaining, like, just pumped you up movie that you saw? I think maybe Fury Road, if that counts. It's a little bleak, though, at Fury Road. It's not you don't exactly get through it thinking, the world's a better place than I thought before, but it is so much fun to watch. Just the fact that so much of it is practical and they're actually doing it, crazy. Good stuff. But now you see I'm in level 3. I got a cursed enemy, I believe is what they're called down there. They take more hits, they move faster, and I think they deal more damage. I'm taking him out, but I'm using up all the ammo on that gun, and that is not good. Somebody may have fast-forwarded this because he's very slow, because he takes it very seriously to not fall into the pit of despair. But I eventually get out of there, and nobody noticed. No one. Now, as we go on here, I'm going to give my recommendations. Anybody that's not seen, I like to, when not, and I've already recommended Dead Meat and The Mummy and Fury Road and several things here, but I like to not focus, or when I am talking about something negatively here, I like to also take the time to have some positive in there too by giving recommendations for things that I think you would like. People out in the world, at least maybe check out if you've got the opportunity. So, my first recommendation is the movie I Sell the Dead. This is because, Halloween's coming up. I want to do some horror related. Deborah makes fun of me because I say the word horror weird. It's a southern accent that will not stop. But anyway, I Sell the Dead. It's a low-budget horror movie, but a good one. I think it's very entertaining to me. It stars the actor who played either Merry or Pippin in Lord of the Rings. I always get them mixed up. He also played Charlie in Lost. And it's about him and a mentor who are grave robbers. And they get into all kinds of hijinks. And it's set during, ye olde times. I don't know the exact time frame. But it's got Angus Scrimm, who played the Tall Man in all the Phantasm movies. Shout out to him. But it's very good. It's obviously inspired by the old, EC, I think is what it's called, the Tales from the Crypt comic books. It's got a comic book feel. Ron Perlman has a small role in it. It's a good movie, a good time. And I believe it's on Tubi or one of the other free streaming services. It's really good. I really recommend it if you want something fun, horror related, depending on how it could be. You could see it as scary depending on your level of horror tolerance. I'm just going to say terror. I can say that one a little bit better, I think. But check it out. Well worth your time. A good time can be had with that one. Entertaining, as I say. Next, another terror entry for Halloween. This one a show. It would be Creepshow the series on Shudder. You can find it on Shudder. It's also on AMC Plus, I believe. And it is very good. It's cheesy sometimes. Each episode is its own story. And some of them are very cheesy, but some of them are super good and I think effective. I'd really recommend the Monkey's Paw episode, the Dollhouse episode, and the Scarecrow episode from the first season. There's also a adaptation, the animation's not necessarily great, but a I think the storytelling is great. I want to say it might even be Kiefer Sutherland that does the story in this, like the narration of a Stephen King short story I always found very eerie called Survivor Type. I really do recommend that one. I think it could, especially if you can watch it during this October, it's a great way to really get into the season of scare-tacular stuff. Speaking of which, me and Debpura are planning on playing some horror or, dang it, terror games this Halloween season. The one I'm looking at right now, we're looking at playing is Killer Frequency, which I'd seen before being played by a couple of people, and it looked really interesting to me. Hopefully would be interesting to the people watching as well. And we just want to get into the season. I know Debpura, she might get into a rant on this herself when we play, but she really puts it on people that you need to make your holiday special. Here he is again. I cannot get past that guy. Just gulping me. Don't like it. But this, I managed to dodge these bullets like a champ. But yeah, I hope you enjoy your Halloween season. I hope you'll come watch as we try and help stop a slasher out on the world from our DJ booth in Killer Frequency when we play it. Now, we're going to try and sit down and play the whole game. I don't know how long it is. I don't believe it is an especially long game, but that is the plan. Here I'm deciding, you know what? Let's do the boss. I've got one heart, but if I'm going down, I'd rather it be taken out by a boss than some low-level punk. The Mind Flayer. Begin. Come on now. This is the one time I have the knives out. They do me no good. No good. I wish they would, but no good. Real quick, we'll run through another run. These are just the boss fights, though. I didn't want to give up. I wanted to give you as much bang for your buck as possible. How I hate the bird. Like, the bird's my least favorite of the level 1 bosses. I cannot figure out how to dodge. Because he's always right up on you. Like, if I could get back from him. But the only... See, I'm trying my best there. And the chandelier drops on him. Now, this mermaid shotgun is one of my favorite guns. I don't think it's necessarily the most powerful gun, but it gets the job done, as you can see. Got the stupid bird, but I've got half a heart. You'll be surprised to hear, though, I make it all the way, you'll see, to another new boss, at least for the channel. Also, the Tangler weapon I just got, I thought was going to shoot vines. It actually turns people into rectangles. But there's our buddy, the Beholster. My favorite boss to fight. Now, this gun I've got right here, it's the Grub shotgun. And it melded in the game. You can have these, like, synergies, I think is what they're called. Where two guns, or a gun and a item will work together in a new way to add things to it. Now, this gun caused poison before and doesn't seem to now, so at first I was not liking it, but the shots go clear across the screen, and even though it's not doing a great amount of damage, I'm able to hit the missiles that the Beholster shoots so easily, and I can dodge his bullets pretty well, so that this is a not flawless run, but that's a pretty dang good run right there. I just that was my hunt, was 3 Beholsters, and I just got it. And see, this is I love having the extra armor there. But yeah, I beat him. into the ground like a clown. Oh, speaking of, this is just a throw out there recommendation. If you've never seen it, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, one of the best movies of all time, horror movie wise. It is so much fun. Not fun. The Cannonball Rog, my least favorite boss in this side. I don't know how you're supposed to do that spiral thing he does there. It moitas me. Nah. And see, I can do this part. But also, I hate that you can't hit him here. Or if you can, I don't know how. But like, I am doing my best. Trying. I've got the water shotgun right here, the mermaid shotgun, and then I switched to the tangler, which turns him into a rectangle. I don't know how that helps me. Then he goes once again to this unhittable, as far as I know, thing, and then this just wrecks me. Like, I'm getting past the waves of bullets, but then all of a sudden, this, also he ran into me one time. Like, I don't know. I got him at least halfway, but a little less, but no. Could not defeat him. I think I've done it before once, but not this time. Oh, well. Well, I thank you for joining me on this journey. Oh, look, let's see what prize we get. Had to beat the beholster 3 times. Oh, look, a subscribe. You don't have to beat the beholster to subscribe. You can do that right now. To Nanagoat and the Game Critters, where we do our best to be entertaining. Have a good time. I hope you had a good time. I did. I really love this game. I'm really loving making videos. But I'll see you next time, everybody, at the next game over. I hope you've been entertained.